Okay. Today is the 15th of November 2023. The time is 5:57 p.m. Now I've been under attack this early this well, I don't know what time it was when I first woke up, feeling this hot energy going in my body, and my stomach was really burning. Like right now, this is what they're swelling my stomach up. But anyway, this is happening to me every single night. And the food truck man, I still believe he's still the one that's attacking me. He just not using the food truck anymore, but there's a look like there's a trailer, some type of trailer further down on the same side of the street that he used to park his food truck. But I still think it's the same man, because I saw him over there about 2 or 3 days ago. And it looked like he was cleaning up, him and somebody else, another person. Looked like they was cleaning up over there. I do remember seeing him get up. I have to excuse me. I got Vicks menthol stuff in my nose because that's the only way I can breathe at night. But anyway, just come to the conclusion tonight about these people keep talking about they seeing the undead in their dreams. They call them the undead. People that's move like zombies and they bleeding from the inside out. And the only thing I could think of is us. It's us that they talking about is the undead. And it's us who's bleeding from the eyes, from the inside out. Because Celestial on the Master Blog Prophets, the Prophet, I can't remember, I think it's the Master Prophet blog or something like that. She was saying something about the people who turn into the undead are the people that's being dehydrated, people that's dehydrated. Well, it's us. It's us that's being dehydrated because they is doing this to us. It just came to me tonight that because I saw a video yesterday. I can't really get a full understanding, but I had got someone sent me a video. Actually, she sent me a couple of videos yesterday. And the video sounded like like emergency. There's something that's going on with that Biden signed something about the. I couldn't really, because he was talking, I couldn't really get an understanding. But it was something about radiation. Something they supposed to have some type of, I guess, handheld thing that they supposed to be able to pick up radiation, find certain places with radiation, but that's still us. That's still us. And I was trying to figure out why would he even think the look for places that have radiation. And the reason why, because that's not the first time I heard something about binary radiation. Because I heard him say something one time about picking up the people that's being hit with radiation. And I was saying to myself, well, how will he know people being hit with radiation? Because they the one doing it. They the one that's doing this. Everything that's being done is our government doing it. Ain't nothing being done that's not coming from that White House. And I heard, I couldn't get a full understanding of those videos, but it's something about the military too. But I need to look at it again because I didn't get full understanding. Another video, to tell you the truth. But I'm realizing it's us that they calling the undead, the people that's being targeted and being hit with this hot heat. This hot air coming out from under this house, under whoever else's house, because it's really hot. And right now, look at that. These are my intestines. And that's why we'll be bleeding from the inside, because they swelling up our inside, our organs. Look at all this energy behind me. And I've called my sister lawyer. I didn't call him. I wrote him and emailed him 3 times. He haven't addressed me not once. But he want to have a meeting with my daughter. She didn't write him. I did. I'm the one that's trying to tell him that we're in a house that's very dangerous for us and dangerous to my sister. She's paying $1,200 a month to live in this house that's killing us. And I done told them, the real estate agency, I done told them. I told them that I'm being hit with something hot. Some type of hot energy. So she said, like radiation? Well, why would she say radiation? Because they knew before we even moved in this house. They knew. Why would she say radiation instead of saying current or voltage? Because they already knew. They turning us into the zombie people. Drying us out. That only blood will be spitting out of us. When I feel my sister laid, when I go in there to change her pure knees is hot. They steady drawing her up. Her lips be just peeled. Parts, and I put stuff on her lip that night before she go to bed. But in the morning her lips is parched. Because this energy is going straight in her body. She can't get up like I do and get up and walk around and stuff. She paying $1,200 a month to live in this house that's killing us. And the lawyer is over her finances. I can't just move her out of this house. That's why he didn't want her to buy a house. Because my other sister was her guardian. She was trying to buy a house. The lawyer said no. Because if it come down to her going in the hospital, we'll have to sell the house. Well, she got Medicare. She got Medicare. Medicare should pay for her hospital stay. He didn't want to buy a house because they couldn't just come put us in anything. They couldn't just come and hook stuff up to the underground and have it coming up out of from the underground. But see, these people here, they trying so hard to make money to hurt us until we all is in danger because it's coming out from under the underground in the whole neighborhood. They trying to hurt us, but the thing is, the joke is on them because it's coming out from under the ground. All of us is in danger. Everybody is in danger. The ones patrolling, the one that's coming through, hitting us with the lights on their cars, the one that shoot me every time I walk out the front or the back door, they too will be zombie people because we all are under this thing. They don't care about what race you are. They just want people off the earth. Mostly us, mostly black folks. But if you in the way, that you too, whether you're white, Indian, Chinese, Japanese, whatever, they don't care about people. But I'm letting you know, we all are in danger. Now you see that we are pretty submerged in this energy. This is the law that's hiring these people to attack us. But the thing is, they under attack too. They trying so hard to hurt us until they hurting themselves. They out there too. So this coming out from under the ground. This man, I saw this man video. I don't know, I think he way out somewhere like Montana or someplace like that. And he was making his soil for his trying to think what was something he was planting, but he was planting them in big pots. And he made his own soil and stuff, but he had it sitting up on wood, not on the ground. And he said he put it up like that because the earth was releasing radiation. It ain't the earth. It's not the earth releasing the radiation. It's people, our government. Because they put this stuff down on the ground for it to come back up. They put all this electrical stuff down up under the ground. Your phone stuff, your cable stuff, your Wi-Fi stuff, all this stuff. What you want? Oh, girl. Look at nails. You want a hug? That's what you want, a hug. There you go. You see how to get her hug. Anyway, we all is in danger. And these people steady blowing up my stomach. Every night, but the idiot don't know he's in danger too. Cause while he out there trying to hurt me, he's standing up on radiation. It's coming up from under the ground. It's coming out from under the ground and coming down from the sky. Like I said, it's like we in Noah floods, but it's not rain. It's not rain. It's energy. Just like Noah flood. And that's what they're trying to do. But you know what? what they plan to do is cause us death. And with all this stuff, chaos stuff coming on the earth, they plan to go underground. But I hope when they go underground, but all this chaos is going on up here, that the earthquake come down and destroy everything they built down on the ground. Because they underground with bulldozers, those trucks that carry dirt. Because I saw a video with this black guy. He videoed and said, this is where your food is going. This is where your food is going. And I could see a look like a circle of water. And I saw the trucks. But it's real clean down up under there. Look real clean under there. But they've been building for many years. I don't know how old I was when I first saw they had a show where they were making these luxury places down on the ground. Beautiful, but you had to be rich in order to have one. So they've been building a long time. This been planned a long time. I don't know if I was in my 20s or 30s, but it's been many years ago when they first started building these bunkers on the ground. Luxury bunkers. So they've been planning this a long time to get rid of us. I see my neck looking a little better than it was earlier when I first did my first video. But I put something on it, but I'm going to have to put some more stuff on it. That's how dehydrated the people dehydrates me. I was pure burning. The first time it was warm something. When I first woke up and I made a video, my neck was just hanging. And I put some stuff on my neck to dehydrate it. I think I made me some water too. So I'm really going to have to make sure, maybe we got to make sure that we drink plenty. That's probably why they're trying to take over the water. Bill Gates is trying to take over the water. So we won't have water to drink. Because they want us to turn us to the zombie. The undead is what they keep calling it. That's what the prophets call it, the undead. But I'm wondering, are they truly prophets? I'm just wondering. You know, we supposed to believe in the prophets. And that's what they know, that we supposed to believe in the prophets. But are they prophets? Are they prophetess? Or are they a part of this here agenda? That's why they can tell us what's going on so part on. Because they part of it and they know what's going to happen. And then they bringing it back to us like God said it. God said this and God said that. I'm just wondering. I really am just wondering, because I don't understand why come God won't tell us how to fight it. God ain't telling that how to fight against this radiation and this energy in our homes. Why I don't hear nobody talking about that? Just what the people doing to us are gonna do to us, and then try to make it because it's our sins. But I don't. If the Bible is true, and which I believe that it is, it said God is just to forgive. I repented years ago, and God knows that I wouldn't have been in that sin if I hadn't been raped. That's how it got started. And I felt guilty and dirty. I tried to make something work that won't work. Because you getting paid to do this to me. And I didn't know it. This is what they do to you. Do to us, rather. They send us honeypots. The men get female honeypots. The women get male honeypots. And if you don't volunteer to do what they want you to do, they take it. Because if you celibate, they don't want you celibate. They want you in sin so that they can spread the rumor that you in sin. This is what they doing. This is how close they watch you. That they know when you celibate and when you're not celibate. Because they the one that's causing you not to be celibate. And they've been doing this for a while now. Because I've had guys that was ministers where these women seduced them. I just didn't know nothing about gang stalking. This is all a planned thing. This is part of depopulation. And to help people go to hell. Because that's where people headed. Straight to hell. Where you want to destroy somebody else's life. Because gang stalking is to destroy every area of your life. Even your family life. To get you where you by yourself. So they can really utterly hurt you. Run you crazy. Because that's how they were able to get hold to my sister. Because she was living, but she was already sick. But they did this to her. We just didn't know what was going on. But these doctors, they know. But when her son died, my cousin and my aunt brought her to Fayetteville. Instead of her being with us, her brothers and sisters, some of us. They went and did what they were doing, not even talking about it to any of us. Didn't even discuss it with us. And then when we found out that she was moving, they moved her to Fayetteville, we didn't even say nothing about it. We just went along with it. But she by herself. I'm in another town. Military lived beside her. And the people that was hooked on, because it's a duplex, the same house that I have, that's where she stayed. It's a duplex. Everybody that lived in that Nate's house is a gang stalker. But see, I didn't know nothing about gang stalking. She didn't know nothing. None of us knew anything about, well, I can't say none of us. I didn't. My sister didn't. All I know that me and my other sister, we spent the night there one night because we had to take her to the hospital, to the doctor the next day. The chair that I was sleeping on started shaking. My other sister woke up gasping for air. I'm thinking that we on a spiritual attack. I'm thinking that there's some bad spirits up in there. Because what my other sister was going through, you know. I'm thinking these are demons and spirits. So I started praying in tongues. Everybody that stayed in that house, it was a group of them. Men and women. I think it was like maybe one woman, but there was a group of men. And it'd be late at night, they start playing drums and stuff. Like they in a band. And she started telling me that she can hear wind in her head. Not wind. It's technology, because I hear it too. Because these doctors are putting implants in us. She had surgery. I had surgery. Then she told me she see people coming in through her walls. She see us in her house when we're not there. Now how they had pictures of us, all of her sisters, even my dad's sister. This was running my sister crazy. That she's seeing people in her house. Somebody was coming in through her back door because she said it. That someone was coming in through her back door. I do believe the landlords know what's going on. I know they know. The person that owned this house, they know, and the real estate agency, Ace Management. And the other one was, what was the name of it? Something about choice. The real estate agency, they know what's going on. And they was trying to keep us from getting the other house, saying that the I guess the police had told them that we were drug dealers. I don't sell drugs. My sister don't sell no drugs. But this is what they telling the people, that we sell drugs and that we witches and telling what all they saying. Anything to make these people want to attack us. They turn a whole entire neighborhood. A whole neighborhood they turn against us. Every neighborhood. Now this been 3 times. This is the 3rd time we moved within the last 8 years. Since we moved from Lumberton, because I want to bring her back to this county because her doctor was up here. That's the only reason I moved up here, because her doctor was here. And I didn't have transportation, so I need to be somewhere near where I could get her to the doctors. But now her doctor dead. He dead. He took the lie to hell with it. Because there's no way, I don't think, he made it to heaven. Because these people is into some kind of demonic spiritual stuff. I'm not just saying stuff. I'm telling you what I know. That these people have their secret, is in a secret society. I'm going to pause this because I got to show. Okay, this say medical field workers. This is who they worship. She got this. It's like the pole with the snake. And this guy was telling the name of it. She got Baphomet between her breasts. She got that star thing up on her forehead. Let me make it bigger so you can see. She got the RX as a chain. He called it her name. But these people are of a secret society. You can see the snake wrapped around her waist. And see, with God, look at the fire. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. The fire is a skeleton head. And that's the hair on the skeleton head. I can't remember what he said her name was. But he called the name. He got a whole video about this here. I can't say that every single doctor is a part of this secret society, but I can say that many of them are. I know what I have experienced with the medical field. I had to spend the night in the hospital in 2017. The whole time, from the time I left home, they knew I was going to the hospital because they know they got everything hyped. They got people's brains hyped. So a lot of the decisions that you make might not be your decision. It might be that they telling you what to do and you doing it. That's why your family is so against you, because this is what they doing. We be mad with our family members because it seems like they part of this gang stalking. But they brains are hyped. They doing stuff to us from the sky. and they doing stuff to us right in the houses that we live in, especially once we go to sleep. I not at this house, but the other house. I would go into my bedroom, because my sister's bedroom was right across from my bedroom. When I got up in front of the doors to both bedrooms, from the side of my face, I could see my sister's whole room was lit up in blue. And I turned my head, and everything, the truth was gone just that fast. Because they have flying saucers riding around out here. And I ain't talking about no little one. I'm talking about huge flying saucers. I know I've seen them, and I'm not afraid to say it, because you got people, elder people, that seen it too. But they scared to talk about it. I'm not going to be afraid to say what is going on. Who's driving them flying saucers? I don't know. But I know one thing, they got light that'll go down in your house. I seen it 3 times in our house. And not just in our house, in my sister's room. Why they had that blue light on her, I don't know. What they were doing to her, I don't know. But one night, I don't even know why I went to I don't know if I was looking at it through my computer, my security system, because I had some cameras in the back of our house. But all I remember is that the houses that was in the back where the people was attacking us, the whole place was blue. That same blue, but there was a flying saucer over the beige house. And the windows that was in the brown house that was right beside it, they had cracks in all the windows. And I could see that the whole inside of their house was blue. All on the back side anyway. The outside was blue. Everything that I could see, even the streets, was blue. It's a illuminated blue, like the illuminated blue that be on the numbers that's on the cable box and the VCRs. That type of blue, a pretty blue. And then one night I woke up and it was a red spiral. The thing that go round and round and round was in the ceiling. And I saw it and I fell back asleep. When I woke up again, it was just one little tiny spot of the blue. So they probably had the blue on me too. And I woke up, but I could see just one little tiny spot of the blue in the ceiling. And then one night I walked in the kitchen and I could see the blue going around our cabinets. Because these people, I don't know what all is going on. All I know, the sheriff department is spreading lies. I can tell you that much. And each one got their own territory. Because when we were out on Acorn Ridge, there was this one sheriff. Now, everybody that was gang stalking, he was talking to him and taking some type of paper to him. And I recognized him at the courthouse. And he was trying to get us to go to where they do criminal court. But we weren't looking for criminal court. But I recognized him. And I think he recognized me because he went and stood, but we couldn't go no further than that. But he kept saying something about criminal court. And then one day I was going to the grocery store off of, I think it's Ponderosa. Either Compare Food or something like that. This cop was standing outside. You know, I'm still not knowing that I'm being gang stalked. But they knew I was going to the grocery store. So he was standing on the outside looking at me. And so when I got close up to him, I said, hey, and I went on in the store, not knowing, he watching me for a purpose. So he goes on the inside And the manager of the store, every time I would go in there, when I come up to the cash register, she would come to the cash register and stand there and watch me. So she did the same thing that day, but he told her, he was telling her not to watch me, something about suing. I couldn't get every word, but I did hear them say something about me wanting to sue. But they had a room that the front of it is glass, so that's where he went. Like, I don't see his big body because he was a tall, kind of thick man, and he wasn't white. He looked like he could have been Cuban or something like that. And he just stood there and watched me, and she went on. She went and did something, but she would always, every single time, because they showing these people pictures of me, even at the Chinese restaurant. Everywhere I would go, they go and show these people pictures. So when I go in there, these people talking about me. And I can't speak Chinese, but I could tell they were talking about me and not being paranoid. So I quit going there, because that's why I used to go to get my Chinese food. I quit going there because they ain't going to poison me. And one day I went to Food Line, and as I walking up to the cashier, the boy called me a whore. I didn't even say nothing. I just looked at him. This was a young dude too. Like, he might have been, if he wasn't a teenager, he was in his 20s. And then the cashiers started coming out. Not the cashier, the young workers hitting me with something. I'm still not knowing what it is, you know. So I would take my hand and throw it back at them. I'm thinking I'm doing something. Because at that first house, every single night around 3 o'clock, I hear this loud noise, and then I would get hit in my stomach where I had abscess and feel like I would start bleeding. And I would take my hand, grab my stomach, take my hand like that, and I would throw it back. And it was like we were throwing stuff back and forth, but I wasn't throwing nothing, because I don't know where that sound was coming from. But that's the second time I saw flying saucer out there. And I won't by myself. The other person don't talk about it, so I ain't gonna put their name in it. I knew what I saw. They came and got me. I was in the house. They came and got me and told me to look. And so when I looked, it was just a bright light coming down out of the sky. So I just stood there and looked. So when they got down where it was it wasn't over the houses, but it was the height of over the houses. It was over the street that was coming into the neighborhood. So I stood there and I looked, but the other person ran. Where they went, I don't know. But I stood there because I wanted to see what was going on. But when it got down to a certain height, it cut off the lights. And I said, that's a flying saucer. And it just sat there in the air, just sat there. And they had to see me because I'm right out. And it just sat there for a little while. And I stood there watching it because I was like, kind of like in shock. But I had already seen a whole sky full of them. There's a lot of those things out there that we think is stars or flying saucers. Before we even moved, the night before we moved, I think it was the end of January of that year, there was a sky full of them, just like the stars in the sky. And they were this great big plane, military plane, flying around, going around this great big circle. And as the plane would go past them, one of them lights would start blink, it would shut down. And then it would lighten up real bright, then it would shut down. Then it would lighten up, and then it would just strike out I mean, it was moving some kind of fast. So I stood there and watched it, and I was on the phone with this certain person, and I said, "You see that?" Because the person saw it before I did, because they had called that person. That's why I was on the phone with, because somebody had called them. Because they saw it too. They the first one to see it and called this person. And then they gave me the phone. And so I just stood, it was cold there. I mean, it was some kind of cold. I didn't have my coat on. But I stood there and watched it. I don't know how many times it did it before I went back in the house, because it was just so cold out there. But they would, one by one, they would do that. Make the light shut down and make it shine real bright before they take off. And I said, there is not no helicopter. I said, them is not no airplanes. I said, them flying saucers. But I couldn't see the shape of it, but I knew helicopters can't just sit up there in the sky like that. And I knew airplanes can't just sit up there in the sky like that. They had no sound. Only, I don't even know if the big airplane, I can't even remember if the big airplane had a sound. It must have did. Because it was a huge plane. And they were just going around in a circle. And by the time I went back in the house and warmed up and come back out, they were gone. But the sky looked different. I had never seen the sky look like that before. That was the first time seeing the flying saucers. And I know they were flying saucers. And then it made me start wondering, because when we were young, the sky would always be full of stars. But I started noticing you don't see stars like that no more. But that night made me wonder, was all them stars flying saucers? All this time they've been watching us. It just made me wonder. Because you don't see it now. You don't see it now. But something be up there. Because when we moved to the second house, I would go outside and look up at the sky. And you wouldn't, I might see one, but then after a while, they'll start cutting their lights on. I start seeing them cutting their lights on. Like they wanted me to see them. But one night, they ran me back in the house. Because I was videoing it. And I could feel something hitting me. And so I ran back in the house. And I was sitting in the recliner. I had my feet propped up. But I could hear the hits hitting the walls, because it was coming through the steel coming through the ceiling. They can shoot through your house. And I could hear it hitting the walls and stuff. Then after a while, I started feeling my legs burning. And I looked down at my legs, and I had little red spots. And I did take pictures of my legs. Had little red spots all over. So they were still shooting me. But whatever, I don't know. Whatever it was little round spots. Just like the red thing I saw going on the cabinets in the kitchen. And that was like the blue spot that was on the it wasn't red, it was blue. The blue just a little tiny round spot, like a laser. And then they started shooting at me at nighttime, where I would have to get in the tub and put a mirror on top of me to keep them from hitting me. I wasn't able to sleep in my bed because the people next door, this man next door, and I don't know if the military people that was right in front of his house was happening. They were shooting through the brick walls. I had my bedroom covered in I brought that heavy duty aluminum foil, and I wrapped my room up in it maybe twice, and then I put aluminum pans, and then I took the Mylar blankets. I had all that on my walls, and it was still shooting through all of that. And then I had a pan between my pillows. They were shooting through that too, hitting me in my head. So I moved my bed from off that wall and moved it. Time you walk in my room, I put it on that wall. So the guy started putting sulfur in the outside vents. Not every morning, but some morning I would wake up smelling like sulfur. If I didn't smell like sulfur, I smelled like I was being cooked. Because they was cooking me on the inside. Like they still doing now. I don't even know why I'm still alive. Tell you the truth. Or what these people doing, because we stayed in that house 4 years. We've been in this house 2 years. The first house we lived in, I think it was, I know we was in there for a year. I don't know if we were there for 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. Because I've had my sister 8 years. So we had to stay there 2 years. The other house we stayed in 4 years. This house here we've been here 2 years. This month make 2 years. So this been 8 years. But we were under attack in Lumberton. Actually, I was under attack in Roland. And I keep wondering who in the world in that little one red light town had military equipment or knew about gang stalking. The only person I could think of who I think put my name on this list. And I did see a guy from Roland, a white dude, gang stalking me. I didn't know I was being gang stalked, but when I look back on it, they were gang stalking me, him and 2 more white guys. But I knew him. He was from my hometown. And he had a crush on me. But I remember them having a phone or an iPad or something. And they were looking at it. And I just had the feeling they was talking about me. Because they kept looking at me. But that's what they do. They'll send them texts and stuff. And the people will read what's on the text. But that was in Fairmount. Years ago. So these people been watching me a long time. They've been doing stuff to me for a long time. Because I left my hometown in the early 90s. And I went to Maryland. And see, these people follow you everywhere you go. And I got a job at this group home. And they said my name was always coming up in the meetings. But I did my work. My boss kept trying to catch me not working. Every time he come in, I'm working. And every time the state come, they never had a problem with the house. Because I made sure I kept things up. I did my part. They always have problems with the management, the people, the paperwork and stuff, not with the house. I kept everything up like it was supposed to. But he kept trying to find little things. I remember one day I was in the back cleaning up in the class rooms, and he come and got me. They were you just could see it, a little tiny piece of stuff hanging from the ceiling, and these real tall ceilings, these 2-story houses. What's that? I just took the broom and did like that then, and went back and did my work. Sometimes the night worker, the acoustic breakfast, she would leave the stove on. He come get me. He come fussing at me about what she did. Wouldn't say nothing to her. He was always trying to cause me problems. Now I'm wondering, did them people contact him to give me problems? I just wonder. Just like I wonder, did the doctor send me home hemorrhaging on purpose? I just wonder about everything now. Because he tried to lie his way out of it. They sent me home hemorrhaging. I was hemorrhaging in the hospital. But they told me that I would probably have a lot of gas. So that's what I thought it was. Because I was asking for Maalox in the hospital. I hemorrhaged for I can't remember, for 2 or 3 weeks. And I was trying to pass gas, and the blood started coming out of me. Black blood that was stinking. And he tried to put it on me that I did something to cause me to hemorrhage. But I was hemorrhaging in the hospital. These doctors will mess you up and lie about it. And then when I act like they such Christians. But they're not Christian at all. Because they serve this thing right here. They look like the Statue of Liberty, but it's ugly. It's a monster looking thing. Got a snake wrapped around it. This is their God. And it got a name, but I can't remember what the dude said. Baphomet sitting right here. RX is on the necklace. A pentagram, the star, 1, 2, 3, a 5-pointed star is on the forehead. Right there. All depends on where the points are that represent something. That's Baphomet. That star represents Baphomet. Because it got the 2 horns. What else on it? Let me see. You got I can't make out what all this stuff is on this thing. I know Baphomet sitting right there between the breasts. You know, Baphomet got there's something on the navel too, but I don't know what that is. I wish maybe take it down some. On the navel, there's something right there. I got this Wednesday, November the 8th, 2023. But I got this off of this video that I got on my Facebook. This guy right here is talking about it. There's a man. He got on a yellow hat right there. Can't see him because this thing is so shiny. They say medical field workers. I do know that I do know one thing, they got their third eye open. Because they think it's funny to laugh at you. That's how they would do me. And then they would talk about you. They got their third eye open. That's the third eye occult. That's an you Christians that open up your third eye, y'all doing that. That's an occult thing that they do. Some of the most wickedest people that ever walked this earth had their third eye open because it was of the secret society. Only the secret society knew about it. But now they won't, because they want y'all to go to hell. They need your help. But Saint wants you in hell. So when you doing the exact same thing that the occult is doing, that's because you part of the occult, whether you know it or not. It's called the third eye occult. And I do know a lot of Christians and Israelites are opening up their third eye. When we who are followers of Jesus Christ or Yeshua, whoever you call his name, as long as you're talking about the person of the Bible, we see through the power of the Holy Ghost. And if God don't give you the gift of sight, then you shouldn't have it. Because if you get it any other way, you come in like a thief. That's what you are, a thief. That you going into that realm without the Holy Spirit taking you through that realm. Of God giving you that gift. You stole it. And you stole it to be nosy. Like a witch. What they call the people? Psychic. So that's what you just like them. What's the difference in you and them? They got a serpent spirit and so do you. Because that's how you seeing through Kundalini. Kundalini are serpents. Python is a serpent. So what's the difference in you and the psychic? None. Y'all just got two different serpents. So I'm going to end this here. I think I've talked enough. Oh. But I did do a little, got my skin looking a little better than it did earlier tonight. Because I mean, it was just hanging at round one. It was one something. Because I went to bed, but I did my Holy Communion, and then I cut the video on so I could pray along with the video. But I didn't want to fall asleep because I didn't want to fall asleep with the Wi-Fi on. But they put me to sleep. They don't want me to pray, especially in tongues. And when I used to pray in tongues at the first house that we moved in, this man way across the street now, he's not even directly in front of me. He's beside the man that was in front of us. He come out his house wondering what I'm doing. I'm speaking in another language. And they'll come to the people that will stay beside us. They'll be out in the yard. They saying I'm speaking in another language. But I'm down on my knees at my bed. Now, how in the heck did they? I couldn't figure out. How did they know I was praying in tongues? I'm not praying out real loud. But I could hear them because they would be like on the edge of the yard. Because our yard was right there together. And I could hear the mama. She was an older woman. I could hear the son. And then after a while, it was another son that she had. He had a blue truck. When he would be over there I'd be praying in tongues, and he go over there, and I could hear the guy say, "She praying, man. She praying. She praying, man." He had an issue with me praying in tongues because he didn't know what I was saying. Now, how did they know what I was in it? I'm telling y'all, they have our house hiked stuff in our homes where they can see us, and they can also hear us. They know what we're doing inside of our homes. I need to finish reading that playbook that they got. At least show the schematics anyway. Because it's hard to read that book because of the typing errors. But they got a lot of schematics. That might be what I do next. Show the schematics of the weapons that they're using on us. But anyway, I'm going to shut down now. Today is what? Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. The 15th of November 2023. The time now is 6:59 a.m. So I'm going to close out now.